This episode is all about returning some magic to pressed flowers. I love pressing flowers and preserving little pieces of nature to use in my journals. But sometimes, after they dry, their colors fade and they lose some of their original magic. And other times, they can show dark spots, especially when the aeration is not enough during the drying time. So I decided to try something I've never seen anyone do before. I painted my dry flowers with acrylic paint, and honestly, I had no idea if it would work or completely ruin them. Let's find out together. Before we get to the painting, let me show you my flower press. This is where all the magic begins. Whenever I find flowers that catch my eye, I carefully place them inside and leave them to dry for several weeks, especially orchids. Opening a flower press always feels a little bit like opening a treasure chest. Every flower comes out different. Some keep their color beautifully, others become delicate, vintage looking version of themselves, and others show their beauty even more, like the little veins across the petals. And some fade almost completely. As I was looking through my collection, I started wondering what if I could bring some of that lost color back, or what about if I could just cover this dark spot that I don't really like? Not to make the flowers look artificial, but to enhance their beauty and give them a second artistic life. So I grabbed a few acrylic paints, a small brush, and chose some flowers that were already fully dried. I had no plan. Was purely an experiment. As you can see here, my press is very simple. I'm going to link the episode of the making of this flower press down below in the description box. And in this case, I have two flowers. One is really tender and soft, and the petals are still humid. And the other one is like paper texture because it fell from the orchid and it's been on the table for some days. So you can hear the sound. One is really humid and the other one is really dry. So at the moment that you press your flowers, and if they're super dry and it's hard to extend their part, you can always use a droplet with water. Just add tiny drops on top of the areas that are harder to extend and to keep pressed, and then you're going to facilitate the work and you're going to avoid to break some of the parts of the flowers. It is very important to have all the tips, especially in petals and sepals, very extended, and that is going to assure that your final project is going to look amazing. The first flower made me nervous. Dry flowers are incredibly fragile. One wrong move and they can crumble. So I used very little paint, and as you can see here, I'm using especially a dry brush. So I pick a little bit of paint and then mostly water to make the surface more humid and avoid some crumbles. To my surprise, the petals handled the paint much better than I expected. Instead of hiding their natural texture, the acrylic paint highlighted the delicate details. Some flowers received soft washes of colors. Others became much more vibrant and dramatic. Each one ended up looking like a tiny botanical painting. And sometimes, as you can see here, I became very creative doing a little whimsical details and whimsical look on the flowers, like little dots and little lines. What I love the most about this process is that it combines nature and art. The flower creates the shape, time creates the texture, and paint adds a new story. No flowers can ever be exactly the same. Each one becomes a unique embellishment ready for future journal pages. So, and here they are, my painted dry flowers. Some are subtle, some are bold, but all of them are ready to become part of my junk journals, collages, and mixed media projects. I honestly didn't expect this experiment to work as well as it did, and now I can't wait to create with them. So in my next episode, I'm gonna come out with a second great idea in which you can use these dry paint flowers with acrylic paint to place them in a safe way inside your pages in your junk journals, agendas, diary, or wherever you want. Sometimes the most interesting ideas come from simply asking, what if? What if a faded flower could bloom again through art? Today, I think the answer is yes. If you enjoyed today's creative experiment, click on one of these two videos next. They were filled with more junk journal inspiration, creative techniques, and nature-inspired art. Thank you for spending some creative time with me today, and I'll see you in my next creative episode. Bye, friends, and don't go away without subscribing to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Bye. Bye, friends. Thanks for watching. If this project inspired you, don't stop here. Click on one of these two videos and join me for more creative adventures, unique embellishments, and young journals ideas. Thank you so much for your support, and if you want to enjoy more content like this one here in my channel, please click in the two videos I'm gonna link here at the end of this episode. I see you very soon in my next creative episode. Bye, friends. Bye bye, and thanks for watching.